right, Black and White Network supporters, we are going to talk about Arizona, and we're going to talk about Kari Lake. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I am a massive Kari Lake fan. I was kind of hoping she might be the vice presidential candidate, the running mate of one President Donald J. Trump, but I don't know that that is going to be who Trump actually chooses. I got a theory that he's going to try to find somebody that he feels like might pull in a more moderate vote. Let's just say the election ends up being on the up and up. Keep in mind, COVID variant election year cron is on its way. We know how that's going. It's getting talked up everywhere right now. So just keep in mind that's happening. Any kind of shenanigans aside, let's say everything's on the up and up. I got a theory that you have to be able to pull in the more independent and moderate vote in order to win an actual presidential election. Okay, so I wonder if Trump won't take that into account. Obviously, Kari Lake is about as akin to Trump as you possibly can get. Personally, I love that. But I don't know who all that's going to resonate with. Obviously, it's going to resonate with the majority of you that watch this channel. Completely aware of that. Completely aware of it. And she would be my choice, personally speaking. But I don't know if that's who it's going to be. Maybe she already knows, and that's where this is going, as to why she may end up making this particular decision. Now, being in Arizona, I mean, she might have to be aware, and I think we all know she is, of potential shenanigans that happened down in that state as well. What should have been a runaway win for the governor's job, and wasn't. Man, that whole thing smells like shit. I'm not going to kid you. I never understood that. I never even thought that was going to be close in Arizona, to be honest with you, because let's be real here. Kari Lake is extremely likable. She's got an absolute mind for business. She's very businesslike. And she would represent our country in such a way that makes somebody like Kamala Harris even look more embarrassing than what she really is. No doubt Kari Lake could handle the national stage. But it looks like she plans to run for U.S. Senate. Well, let's look at this. This is the Blaze. I've heard this in the past, so I kind of knew that there was a chance this was coming. The Blaze, former Arizona gubernatorial candidate Kari Lake will mount a U.S. Senate bid as early as October. Politico reported, citing three individuals aware of the prospective politician's plans. ABC News, citing three sources, reported that Lake is set to kick off a Senate run in October. Lake senior advisor Carolyn Wren told The Hill that Lake is, quote, likely to make a final decision in October regarding the possibility of a Senate run. Ruben Gallego and Kristen Sinema are rubber stamps for Joe Biden and his radical agenda. It's time Arizona has a true conservative fighter in the U.S. Senate. The people of Arizona want Kari Lake to stay in this fight and are calling on her to run, and she's very likely to answer that call, Wren said, according to The Hill. Democratic Representative Ruben Gallego of Arizona has already announced a Senate bid. Incumbent Senator Kristen Sinema, who has been a Democrat but announced last year she is registered as an independent, has not announced whether she will seek another term in office, according to ABC News and Politico. Lake, a Republican, lost the 2022 governor's race to then Arizona Secretary of State Katie Hobbs, a Democrat. But Lake claimed that the election had been stolen and that she really won. Lake has been an outspoken supporter of former President Donald Trump. Quote, I applaud President Trump for skipping the second Republican debate in favor of delivering his America First message directly to working class voters. Amen. These kids' table debates are a distraction, but the MAGA message still needs to be heard. I am honored to be attending the debate as a surrogate for President Trump, Lake tweeted. Trump will reportedly skip the second GOP presidential primary debate that is scheduled to take place next week in California and deliver a speech in Detroit, Michigan instead. I cannot wait to hear this at all. It's going to be awesome. And why in the world, just like the first debate, why would Trump want to do a second debate? I'm just trying to figure that out. He is literally obliterating everybody else in the GOP field. I saw today where the New Hampshire poll came out. DeSantis is 10 damn %. Ronald has had a complete meltdown. At this point, Ronald McDonald would probably do better as a GOP presidential candidate than Ronald DeSantis. I mean, it is absurd. I've never seen a politician successfully cremate their brand any faster than this. It's wild. Again, I thought Kari Lake might end up being Trump's choice, but for his running mate, but maybe he's got somebody else in mind. I just quite haven't figured out who. I know he heavily hinted at Vivek Ramaswamy a couple of weeks ago as a potential running mate for him. I like Vivek. I do. And the other one, and I think this is the most likely one, and I got a feeling she already knows it. Kristi Noem, I believe, could end up being the running mate for Trump. No doubt, I will say this, we certainly need a Kari Lake in the Senate. I don't think there's any question about that at all. We need more people like her representing us in office without a doubt. What's going on in Arizona? Why has Arizona got so many damn Democrats? It was one of these states that kind of like Georgia where I just thought, hell, aren't these two states supposed to be just red? What happened? Now, keep in mind something that may have happened here. Look, I don't think it's as bad as Texas, but it's damn close. These freaking illegal aliens are just flooding into Arizona. Flooding. In the same way they are flooding into Texas. They're literally coming over here, and many of them are wearing Biden shirts. Well, why do you think the Democrats are so okay with them coming over here? Could it be new voters on the ballot for Democrats? Oh, well, they let us in. Oh, well, they put us up in a hotel. Oh, they paid our bill. I mean, Democrats are sort of literally paying for voters. I mean, once they get over here, they're literally putting them in places, putting them up, paying their ride. They're prostituting themselves for the Democratic vote. I'm just pointing that out. These are all going to be Democrat voters coming across. Because, and look, the Hispanic population, by and large, is voting red now. But they've done it the legal route, the correct route, the way it's supposed to be done. So, I mean, fact is, legal Hispanic voters, they don't want the illegal aliens to be just cramming across the border either. They want it done right, not to mention they had to do it, many of them, the correct and legal way. That's not real fair, is it? I mean, they're telling them, oh, well, here's a date you're supposed to show up, and then, well, you won't, and we'll never come looking for you either, as long as a Democrat is in office. I don't get it. Yeah, I mean, Arizona, Georgia, I mean, what's happening there? My God. I don't know. It worries me. Neither one of those states should be purple at all. You know, Florida used to be purple. It is red ass red now. Yeah. Tell me what you think. Kari Lake. I know many of you are going to be like, I want her to be Trump's running mate. I get it. I do. I get it. Like I said, I think Trump's thinking Kristi Noem first, Vivek second, and I think the reason it's not Lake is because Trump already knows partly what her plan is going to be, and it's probably this. Maybe she's going to announce this at the Detroit, Michigan thing if she shows up. I don't know if he's going to speak there. So I would think she'll probably announce it somewhere in Arizona, though. You know. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.